Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's JP, wanna beat again. Here with my updated Spellbook Prophecy deck. Any kind of comments or help, is gladly appreciated. But I'll get right into it. Start off, it's a really fun deck. Um, I don't see it as in like top tier right now or any kind of meta, but I feel like once other cards come out for it, it'll be great. But as far as it being a fun deck, it's this meta seems to be real diverse, and so it can deal with a lot of situations that you be put into in the meta. But like Yugiohs and the Machina, the windups and all that stuff. I have a real good chance against a lot of them. But here goes. Start off with the heart and soul of the deck. 3 Spellbook Magician. Once again, he's the road of the deck. You all know what he does. 3 Temperance. Pretty much the searcher for the big guys. Goes and grabs my beaters and gets my combos started. 3 Exemplar. I use this for Exceed material, Synchro material, and also to reuse and abuse the Temperances, so I don't have to keep drawing into them or monster reborning them as well. For the boss monsters, I play 2 High Priestess. You guys all know what she does. Really good. Pop a card, remove from play a spellbook, pop a card on the field. Pretty legit. And if I have 3 spellbooks in hand, I can just special summon her. It's kind of like the dad of the deck. An update from the last one. I played 2 in Diamond. He's really beast. Just the fact that I can use him with the field spell and keep bringing him back. He also comes out with Temperance and get a spell book back and continue to keep going on and on with my plays. And for the hand traps, I play 2 Veiler and 2 Maxi. I feel like those are staples in this format. Of course, there's decks where I would take them out, the Maxis and or the Veilers, and switch them for other cards. But main deck, I feel like it can't be safe enough. With a 42 card deck, it's pretty fun. I play 1 Apprentice Magician. She's going to be able to search for the Spellbook Magician, the Old Vindictive, which of course I'm going to show off next. Solid card. I mean, just like Night Assailant, pop a card, pop a monster. Just pretty good. I mean, it's not too bad. Level 2, let's go into Gachi Gachi if I have a Spellbook Magician on the field, etc., etc. I play 1 Knight and Sorcerer. Special summon, remove 2 cards from play against Karakuri and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I don't see too many problems with it, but I'm struggling to try to find out where exactly the deck will be most competitive. So I have a little more fun with that. He's like my little tech. And last monster, I played 1 Tragodia. I let someone borrow my foil one. Forgot to grab it back from him. But off of the Max C, I mean, Tragodia is just amazing. Plus, it stops those OTKs. Tired of getting hit with this exact damage from Shockmaster and Hieratics and stuff like that, which I found out this weekend is really a deck, and not from the YCS either, from some friends in Alabama. They enlightened me on some shit, and I didn't really know about. So, but yeah, a lot of swarming this format, so I feel like Tragodia is kind of a staple. Onto the spells. Play 1 Terraforming and 2 Citadel. With the amount of searching the deck does and thinning itself out, it's not necessary to run 3s. For the most part, it's going to be dead in hand, and I'll probably just tribute off the second one or the Terraforming for the effective in Diamond to pop a card. Once again, because of the searching in the deck, you really don't need that many. I play 2 spell Power Grasp. Just the fact that Apprentice Magician counts as the 3rd one for me. It's not a bad card. It's an amazing card as far as like having an Exemplar on the field. I play 1 of those on Exemplar. She gives herself 2 tokens. It gives herself the 3rd token. Tribute off to get Temperance. Play Spellbook of Secrets. Wash, rinse, repeat. So that's pretty good. I started to get a little defensive with the deck, so I added Magical Dimension. Pretty good. Pop a monster. Special summon 1 from the hand. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as I'm getting rid of the beefy no-nos, which I do not like running into. 2 Spellbook of Power. You guys don't know what that does. Spellbook of Life. I went down to 2 because I felt like 3 was getting too cloggy. I was stuck in a lot of positions where I didn't have a monster in the graveyard to remove for its effect. So I was kind of getting stuck behind it. So at 2, I feel like it's good enough. Plus now using in Diamond, I get to reuse my Monster Reborns or other spell books and stuff like that to feed the graveyard. 2 wisdom. I'm liking this card more and more. All these deep prisons and bottomlesses and all that good stuff are just getting shut down, and I'm really appreciating it more and more. And 3 Spellbook, a secret. Which you all know searches out for everything. My last video for this, I told you small combos where, play that, search for the Spellbook Magician, play him, grab, search, etc., etc., thinning out the deck. I went to 3 MSTs because I hate skill drain. I hate it with a passion. In every deck I play, I can't stand it. I love to abuse monsters' effects. I don't like being shut down behind it. For the most parts, I use my effects to pop back row and save the MSTs for the problems. When I see there's an issue that needs to be taken care of, then I'll throw them in there. And then I play 1 Monster Reborn and 1 Dark Hole. But that's pretty much it for the deck. I don't play any traps. I feel with Citadel and stuff like that, it's pretty much fast enough to just do it at once. I side into traps when I'll get into that in a second. For the Exceeds, 3 Alchemic Magician. 1 Alchemic Magician, my apologies. I really like the card. It's pretty good. I've only used it like once or twice, but when I do, it goes off. I'll drop it and then use its effect to set the MST or set something else, the Wisdom or something like that. And she's pretty high attack. She gets, what is it, like, I believe 200 for every spell card in the graveyard. So, that's pretty good. 1 Hierophant. Gachi. Steel Swarm Roach. I'm loving this card more and more. Photon. Utopia. And Dijin. I don't have a Utopia Ray, so that's why I don't play it. Synchros. Scrap. Black Rose. Arcanite. Explosives. Pretty good. Tempest in this build is really good. Those late games where, once someone uses a Solemn Judgment or a Solemn Warning against me, I can literally go into Tempest and just win. Just burn you to death. So I think that's pretty cool. 1 Catastor and a Stardust. And a fun choice I was using was a Supreme Arcanite Magician. I was using the Miracle Fusion for this, pretty much getting rid of, like, one of my Synchro spellcasters and another spellcaster monster to bring him out, which is a fun tech. But I think I took out the spell card out of the extra deck, well, the side deck, so it's kind of just sitting in the extra deck. I'll figure out a way to get rid of it soon. And my token, of course. Side deck, this is where I'm needing the most help, guys. If you guys have any thoughts on what I should do with it, please let me know. But I played against Heroes last weekend, and I had a good time. I sided in these cards, and they seem to do the job well. I sided in 3 Secret Village to handle all those really spell-heavy decks. Heroes can't stand it. They play a lot of spells, so kind of shuts them down. When I put this card in, people automatically assume, or if they think that I'm going to go side into this card, they immediately assume that I'm siding in Royal Decrees, which I do sometimes, depending on how thick the deck is. Sometimes I'll side in the Decrees and leave Citadel in. Of course, it just depends on who you're playing against and if you can read your opponent. What happened when I played against the hero build the other day is he thought I was siding in 3 Secret Village and 3 Decrees, but in reality, I sided in 3 Secret Villages and then all my staples. 2 Bottomless, 2 Torrential, 2 Deep Prison, 2 Compulse. So it's kind of a fun side deck. Really not much to do with the monsters because I don't feel like I can switch it up in any way. Of course, I'd side out like the Spell Power Grasp and stuff like that. And the Citadel is to go into the Spellbook, Hidden Village and stuff like that. Secret Village. And the last side deck card I have is 1 Mask of Restrict. I feel like, once I got enlightened by my friends down south, Jamie and Chandler, they kind of just told me a few things, and I went and checked it out for myself. And this was before I even found out what happened at the YCS Indy, which is a plus as well. So that deck is still alive, and I'm pretty sure people are going to keep trying to build it more and more and more. So it's going to get a little more popular. So Mask of Restrict. That's the deck. If you guys have any input or anything you guys can help me out with, please let me know. Rate, comment, subscribe. Help it grow out. Have a good one.